In the heart of New Orleans, in a neighborhood called Hollygrove, a young boy named Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. was born. This wasn't just any neighborhood. It was a place pulsating with life, with music, with struggle, and with an undeniable spirit. From the very beginning, Dwayne was different. He was a thinker, a poet, a dreamer. He saw the world not just for what it was, but for what it could be. He felt the rhythm of the city in his bones, the stories of the streets in his soul. This was the sound that spoke to him, the language he understood before he could even fully articulate his own thoughts. Even before he was a teenager, he was writing. He filled notebooks with rhymes, with observations, with the raw, unfiltered emotions of his young life. He would leave passionate, rhyming voicemails for record executives. A small boy with a giant voice, determined to be heard. The universe has a way of responding when a soul calls out with such clarity and purpose. At just 8 years old, Dwayne's relentless pursuit led him to Brian "Birdman" Williams, the co-founder of Cash Money Records. Birdman saw something in this little boy. A fire, a raw talent that was impossible to ignore. He wasn't just a kid who could rap. He was a prodigy, a force of nature in a small package. He became the youngest member of the label, a place that would become his second home, his university, and his launching pad. It was here that he joined the Hot Boys, a super group of young, hungry artists including Juvenile, BG, and Turk. The Hot Boys became a phenomenon, their music a raw and authentic reflection of the streets they came from. His verses were sharp, his energy was infectious, and his hunger was palpable. You could hear the drive in every word he spoke. This was more than just a record deal. It was validation. It was the world finally saying, "We see you, we hear you." And for a boy from Hollygrove, that was everything. Every journey of greatness is marked by trials that test the very core of one's being. For Lil Wayne, this trial came early and with devastating force. At the tender age of 12, a tragic accident with a firearm left him fighting for his life. In that moment of sheer terror and pain, it was an off-duty police officer, Robert Hubler, whom Wayne would later call Uncle Bob, who refused to give up on him. This was a profound, life-altering experience. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. He returned to his craft with a renewed sense of purpose, a ferocity born from staring into the abyss and choosing to live. The challenges didn't stop there. He became a father as a teenager, adding the immense responsibilities of parenthood to his already demanding career. He was navigating the treacherous waters of fame, the pressures of the music industry, and the profound journey of raising a child, all at the same time. These setbacks were not roadblocks. They were fuel. They were the fire that forged his determination into something unbreakable. He wasn't just rapping about a life he imagined. He was narrating the story of his survival, of his perseverance. He transformed his deepest wounds into his greatest strengths. There comes a moment in an artist's life when everything aligns. The talent, the hard work, the timing, and a tidal wave of creativity is unleashed upon the world. For Lil Wayne, this was the era of Thaw Carter albums. Starting with Thaw Carter in 2004, he declared himself the best rapper alive, a bold claim he then proceeded to back up with an unprecedented run of musical genius. His work ethic during this period was simply superhuman. He wasn't just releasing albums, he was flooding the streets with a constant stream of mixtapes, guest verses, and freestyles. He was a musical omnipresence. Turning on the radio meant hearing a Lil Wayne verse. He was a machine, driven by a relentless passion to create. Then came 2008's Thaw Carter 3. This was not just an album, it was a cultural event. It sold over 1 million copies in its first week, a staggering achievement in an era of declining music sales. This album cemented his status not just as a rap superstar, but as a global pop icon. He had reached the pinnacle of the music world, a kid from Hollygrove who was now standing on top of the mountain. His impact was seismic. He influenced an entire generation of artists who followed him, from Drake and Nicki Minaj, whom he signed and mentored, to countless others who adopted his melodic flows and fearless creativity. Lil Wayne didn't just have a moment, he defined an era. He became the blueprint, the icon whose shadow looms large over the landscape of modern music. Greatness is not defined by an absence of struggle, but by the grace and strength shown while navigating it. Lil Wayne's journey has been one of incredible highs, but it has also been marked by profound personal battles. His willingness to speak about his epilepsy has brought awareness and courage to so many others facing similar health issues. Instead of retreating, he has continued to create, to tour, to pour his soul into his music. For him, the studio is a sanctuary, a place where he can transmute pain into power, anxiety into artistry. His creativity is not just a career, it is his life force, the very thing that sustains him through the darkest of times. Through it all, his connection with his fans has remained his anchor. They see his struggles, they see his triumphs, and they see themselves in his journey of perseverance. He has built a legacy that extends far beyond chart-topping hits and platinum plaques. It's a legacy of hope. He is living proof that where you come from does not have to determine where you are going. He shows us that you can face unimaginable adversity, you can battle your own demons, and you can still rise. You can still create beauty. You can still inspire millions of people around the world. The story of Lil Wayne is ultimately a story of the enduring human spirit. It's a message that your voice matters, that your dreams are valid, and that your spirit is more powerful than any obstacle that stands in your way. From the streets of Hollygrove to the global stage, Dwayne Carter Jr. has never stopped dreaming, never stopped fighting, and never stopped creating. His flame, ignited by a childhood passion and forged in the fires of adversity, continues to burn brightly, lighting the way for all of us who dare to believe in the impossible. His music is his testimony, and his life is his greatest masterpiece.